Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel again. Today I'm just going to have a YouTube live to talk about the market update as well as a lot of questions that you guys may have. So our topic for today will be will the housing market going still fire going to crash as and is investing in Toronto still viable? Okay, so I have invited one guest here who is Ben. He always have questions for me in regards to real estate. So today, I think that is better. I told him that it's better for him to come to my YouTube live, so that he can talk, he can ask in public, so that we can share our discussion in public. Okay, so his name is Ben, and he's one of my favorite clients' son, and he's helping here in Toronto right now. So thank you, Ben. So ask your questions here. Don't feel shy, because instead of asking me on the phone, you can ask it on the public here.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Ringo. As Ringo said, my name is Benjamin. I do have a few questions that I think maybe the audience would like to know. So I'm just gonna ask on behalf of you guys. So my first question is, and I think this is a big one, is what do you think and do you think the housing market will crash in 2021?
Like I think this type of questions I got an answer every single day from my friends, from my family, whether or not the housing market going to crash. Okay, so my first question to them is that why do you think it will crash?
Personally, I I don't really think it will crash, but the issue is that because I have a few friends that are also beginner investors, real estate investors, and that they're worried that they saw during COVID, their rentals were not doing too hot, as well as the prices in specifically condos didn't rise. It didn't really drop either, but they didn't make anything from that year. And so they were just a little bit concerned as to whether in the future, in this year and maybe in the future, potentially will there be a crash if they invest today?
Well, okay. First of all, like we have said that there will be a crash since 2011. Okay, economists was saying that, uh, uh, multiple report banker are saying that, but then let's face it, the major force that is driving up our market right now is the population growth. Okay, yes, you might be right. COVID have caused a lot of people moving out from the city to the suburban area, and look at what happened to suburban area. Just for Barrie itself, the price increased by more than 30% in just a year. Okay, and we were selling a Barrie project tomorrow, last week. How many of them are working from home? And when you're talking about Toronto, okay, in the next 3 years, we will have 500,000 people coming into Toronto. Okay, and our building capacity will only allow us to build 30,000 in a year. There is not single year whereas we can build more than 30,000 units. Okay, so therefore, in the next 3 years, the maximum that units that we will have available will be less than 100,000. So what is that telling you? Okay, so that is telling you that, okay, it's going to yeah. So this is telling you that the supply would never be able to meet the overwhelming demand here. Because think about it, 500,000 people come into Toronto. Okay, and we need at least like 250,000 unit for that. So therefore, there is 150,000 unit of shortage. So I don't know why it will crash. I can't see why. At least in this moment.
So you're saying that basically there is, because of the housing shortage in Toronto, there is always going to be a demand.
Yes, there's always going to be a demand for sure. Okay. If you look at it all around the world, it's not just Toronto that is anticipate a huge capital appreciation here. Vancouver, where you're coming from, is doing a lot of capital appreciation. Then we have all the way to Halifax, have a huge capital appreciation. Okay, so there are three factors that is supporting the Toronto real estate market right now. Okay, first of all is the hyperinflation of our currency.
Mhm.
Okay, second is the low interest rate, and then third, and I think which is the major force, will be the population growth. Okay, think about it.
Mhm.
Whenever people, even you yourself, choose to work, live in Vancouver, but then you choose to work in Toronto. Think
Yes,
about the
that's correct.
amount of job opportunity there in Toronto compared to. I'm not trying to say anything bad about our cities, but then Toronto will be known as the New York of Canada. So we
Mhm.
have
I
all the
agree.
job growth here. We have all the population growth here. Okay, so I don't see that the housing market is going to crash, given the fact that because of population growth. But what I see in the future is that uh, we might have to admit the fact that we won't be able to live in what we used to live before. For example, I used to live in a 3,000 square foot home in Markham. Actually,
Mhm.
3,500 square foot home in Markham. Okay, and I'm not a rich kid like you, Ben. So I'm just coming off from a middle class family. But then I have to admit the fact that I won't be able to afford it, at least in my lifetime.
Mhm. No, I understand that. So to move on, I have another question. So because the housing right now, this is actually more for my friends. So because the housing market right now is consistently going out, as investors, because they are small time investors, they're struggling to find a price that fits them because the housing prices are rising. So out of curiosity, do you think there will be an end to the rising costs of housing?
So I just want you to repeat your questions again, because
Is there an end to the rising house prices?
well, obviously we will see because what happened in the first 2 months, I think is a little bit crazy. Okay, I have to admit that. Okay, like although I do think that the housing market is going to rise in the future, but then I do think that what happened in the first 2 months is very unhealthy. Okay, so 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 at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that uh, 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 I do think that we will have a soft landing in the month of April to August. Okay. Given the fact that we have a lockdown right now, so that's why we are all using Zoom.
Mhm.
Okay, and also with their inventory that is rising on because of the fact that people are just scared that someone is coming out to their house. I think there will be a soft landing. So for anyway, I just want to use this opportunity for those of you who are listening. Is that for those of you who think that they are in a rush to buy right now, you guys can hold off for a bit. Okay, especially for resale, you guys can hold off for a bit, but then don't wait too long. Like maybe by the month of May, June, you guys will have more inventory to choose from. Okay, so the market might plateau for a bit before it rising up again. I think the next uh, wave that we will see the capital appreciation is going to be somewhere in when we really have the vaccine rollout and everything back to normal, which we will anticipate that it's going to be within this year, right? But it's
Mhm.
hard to say
Hopefully.
when. Hopefully, yes.
Mhm. So I'm going to give you a scenario, Ringo, because I'm actually really curious. So let's just say this. You're the policymaker. What would you do to cool off the market?
Uh, um, that's a pretty good question. If I were the policymaker, I have to know like what are the major concern that we have right now. Okay, like what is driving our housing market right now.
We have
Okay,
high demand and low housing shortage, right?
yes, and so I think, in my opinion, you name it right, high demand and low housing shortage. So so obviously we need the population growth in order to have economic growth. Okay.
Right.
In order to support the aging population that we have in Toronto or in Canada.
Mhm.
But I think the government should address about the efficiency of development process, because what happened right now
Mm.
is that they're taking forever to approve zoning. Okay, and it added up a lot of costs for a lot of the developer, for many developer. Believe it or not, I've seen like their accounting statement for the developer, and then it turns out to be only a 15% of profit. Okay. And if you're trying to prolong the process because they are paying out interest every single month, right? And their construction cost is rising like 1% per year. Okay. I mean per month, sorry, 1% per month. Okay. So at the end of the day, if the government is really taking their time to permit zoning, I don't think that it will help the housing market at all. So as I mentioned before, the only way that we can address the uh, uh, overheating market, I would say, will be having more supply. Supply is a major issue. So by
Mm.
driving off more efficient along with the provincial government and municipal government, we would definitely have more supply, and then the developer won't be having a hard time. So as long as supply coming out, I think the price will start to stabilize. Okay, so that we don't have to afford an affordable housing. Believe it or not, like even I myself a real estate agent, and I invest on multiple property, but I don't want the housing market to rise forever,
Of course, that completely makes sense.
right? Yeah.
Um, I guess this is more of, I won't say a personal question, but honestly, how has the stay-at-home order affected the housing prices, or you really?
I think the stay-at-home order is causing a lot of people moving out from downtown to the suburban area. Okay, and
Makes
this is
sense.
and I think when people look at the average house in Toronto, okay, for example, they are all saying that the average house. Let me show you one chart here. Okay,
Yeah, of course.
see. 1 second when it's trying to some technical difficulties. When I'm just trying to show one of the graph here. Okay. Okay. So here you go. So when you're talking about housing price here, the average sold price in Toronto, in Toronto is 1.1 million right now. Okay, and I myself, when I look at the housing price, I won't take average house sold price as a reference, because what happened is because people are moving from condo all the way to houses, and obviously the house is going to be more expensive than a condo, right? So having said that, if you're saying that the average price here is not going to make sense. So what I will so and this is the website that I like to use. Okay, they already state that average price is not what you expected, and here's why. Okay, the proportion of home types so has changed. Okay, and assuming the mix of home is relatively stable, all homes are being sold for more or less than last period. So so I don't think it's fair to use average price to compare. Like if you use average price to compare, we have like 30% increase and 20% increase since last year.
Mhm.
Like our market is hot, I have to admit that. But do we have? Are we increasing that fast? No, I think we're still on the midst of like 10 to 15%. So I will use medium price uh, as 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 our indicator on how the housing market goes. Because at the end of the day, our housing market median price for Toronto right now is 173K, which I think is somehow it's hard. How should I say it? It's somehow affordable, but then it will be very tough for people who is not uh, 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 making a decent income. So you need to be like middle class or above in order to afford home in Toronto. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Um, so I just like to mention a couple of things. So because when we talk in private, you like to mention, missing the middle. Like, can you explain to me, as well as hopefully the audience, what you mean by missing the middle? Like, especially for upcoming projects, you always say, "Oh, it's missing the middle, missing the middle." What does it mean?
I think that's a very good question. Missing the middle is something that is. I'm just trying to get one of the chart to show you here. Okay. So basically, you see missing the middle. I think. Okay. First of all, I just want to talk to you guys about the concept of missing the middle. Okay. The concept of missing the middle is like because what happened in Toronto right now, or in a lot of their places across the country, is that people are either living in condo or they are living in 3,000 square feet home. Okay,
Mhm.
so therefore, approximately like 10 years ago, the government know that we have what we call missing middle. Okay, missing middle housing means that we want to build something in between. Okay, 500 square feet condo might be too small for a family. Okay, but 3,000 square feet house will be redundant to a lot of the to most of the population out there. So therefore the the provincial as well as the municipal government are trying to have a missing middle policy to ensure that we have uh, uh, all this type of houses that is available uh, 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 to to accommodate with the need of to accommodate the need of the GTA. Think
Fair.
about it. Think about it. So the type missing middle will be something like I think I'm going to show one of the graph here.
Mhm.
Okay. I saw this chart yesterday, and I think it's a very good chart for missing middle housing. So the type of missing middle housing will be, I would say, stat town, back to back town. So those are the type for missing middle housing. Okay, fourplex, multiplex, duplex, side by side stack, townhouse, triplex, live work. Those are the one that we are talking about. And in the coming future, we will see that more people are living in this type of home, and this type of home will become more popular, especially for a
Mhm.
stat town. Okay, and many people may not believe about it, but then think about it. Like 10 years ago, when maybe like even 20 years ago, when I'm telling you to live in a traditional townhome, so you will be like, traditional townhome? Are you kidding me? No way, right? So,
Mhm.
uh, but now, but now is like it's like traditional townhome become a luxury product. It's like everyone's dream, right? And 10 years ago, when people are asking about you to live in back-to-back townhome, you'll be most of you will be complaining. There's no sunlight. Like, how am I supposed to live in a townhome that's with no sunlight? Okay, the back, it doesn't have a window at the back. This doesn't make sense. But look at what happened nowadays. A back-to-back townhome in North York will cost more than $1 million for sure. Okay, I just sold last month that a back-to-back townhome is 1.1 in bond.
Mhm.
Okay, so at the end of the day, we just need to be more innovative and be open mind to what is coming in the future, and this is what we need. Okay, I have to agree that 500 square feet condo may not be feasible to start a family, but then I believe that maybe like a 800, 900 stat town will be good enough to start off a family. Am I right, Ben?
Fair. Yes, yes, fair.
Because the right size for each person will be approximately like 150 to 200 square feet. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so just to just add on to your point, I just want to know like why you think middle like the missing middle housing is important, and if you think it's important.
I think it's important because of the fact that well, uh, houses become unaffordable nowadays in Toronto. Okay, even if you make 300K, it will become unaffordable. Okay, so
Mhm.
but is living a 500 square feet condo going to be feasible for a family? No. So at the end of the day, we really need those type of housing to accommodate with our population need.
That's true. So you're basically saying people's condos are a little bit too small now, as well as too dense,
Yep.
and houses like single detached house is too expensive. So
Yep.
basically, you're saying the missing middle housing is to fill in the middle gap.
Yes.
Okay. So
Does it
the
make
reason
sense
why
to
I'm
you?
saying this is because like in Vancouver right now, there's a lot of new, specifically like what you said, missing the middle. So like stacked townhomes, 4-story condos. They're a little bit like all around Canby, the major cities and major roads in Vancouver are all being built townhomes. So that's why I've always wondered why. Like you're absolutely right that people back in the day, including my father, my family, will never invest in townhomes. But now I see more and more sales, especially in Vancouver. And I'm not too sure about Toronto, but in Vancouver, townhomes are everywhere now. Sorry, it's just a nice little comment that I wanted to make. But speaking of which, Ringo, since I guess we are all here and both of us are here, as well as maybe your audience would like to know. But do you have any like projects? Since you're talking about so much about townhome missing the middle, do you have any like missing the middle townhomes or projects that you can maybe like
Yes, we will have
show to
project.
us?
Yes, we will have project that I can show you, but I will show you that after the break. Okay.
Okay,
But
yeah, sure.
before that, do we have any questions? Because last week we do have a lot of questions from audience. No questions right now. Okay. Yeah, I think. Do you think the stress test rule will drive down the housing prices? Okay. I think we have one question. Do you think the stress test will drive down the housing prices? Well, I do think that the stress test rule will change the sentiment of people buying houses, but I don't think that it will drive down the housing prices. Okay, and as I mentioned before, the major force that is causing our housing prices to be overheated is population growth and the shortage of demand, a shortage of supply. So I don't know if that answered the questions. Yeah, but it will make condo and missing middle housing more popular though. Okay, yeah. So going back, do you have more questions of me before I introduce the project? Ben?
As of right now, I think I'm good. I would like to see the projects, to be honest.
I'll just show you the project right now. Okay. Uh, okay. So the project that I have right now on my hand will be what you call one place garden. Okay, it's located on. I'll just present it here. It's located on Old Kennedy and Steeles. Okay, it's a condo townhome in Marco. Okay, and I know that I receive a lot of leads, and they are all asking me, is there maintenance fees? Is this freehold? No, it's not freehold. And to be frank, there won't be any freehold anymore within the GTA area. Okay, given the fact that the government want to increase the density. So, speaking about this project, okay, we're talking about is located on Old Kennedy Road and Steeles. Okay, is right by Pacific Mall, and all of us know about Pacific Mall already. And because what happened to Pacific Mall nowadays is that they demolish what used to be Market Village, and now it will become Remington Center. So Remington Center will be I think Remington Center will be definitely going to be the changing the whole lifestyle to people who live in the Pacific Mall area. The reason being is that there are a lot of luxury brand that is signing into Remington Center. So and I think this is why it make One Place Garden so valuable. Okay, so again, as I mentioned, like missing middle housing, like what does that mean? I think I mentioned it before. Okay, it means that something that is not a condo, but something that is not house either, not 3,000 house either, but something that is low rise. Okay, not like a 60-story build. So it could be including garden or courtyard apartment, residential unit above commercial business, and what we call live work, townhouse, row house. Stat town is one of them. Okay, duplex, triplex, fourplex. I think a lot of people don't know the word stat town, but I will call stat town is more like a duplex. I don't know if you agree with me or not.
I'm actually not too sure about the differences duplex and townhomes. Like, what would be the differences?
Because for townhome you're getting because for townhome you're getting because for the stat townhome you're getting like upper two and lower two, right? And I think this graph completely show you about. Oh, whoops! I think I missed that graph. Take 1 second. Okay. So I think this graph is completely show you what is it about stat townhome. Right?
Oh, I see.
So
Oh, wow.
you have the lower two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wish I can draw it a little bit better. You have the lower two right here. That is calling their stat town.
So that would be one unit, the one you just highlighted. That
will be one unit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know if it would be better if I draw it like this. Give me 1 second. Okay.
No, it's good. I mean, it's outlined.
Yeah. So this will be one unit. Okay. So you have the first floor, which has around like 3 feet sunken into the basement. Actually, it's only like 2.5 feet. Okay, sunken into the basement, and then you have 6 feet over here from here to here. So a lot of people are mentioning, are you living in the basement? No, you're not, because this is the because basically you get all the sunlight right around here. So you're going off to the second level.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, I see it.
Okay, then we have this right over here, which is the upper two. Okay. So the lower two are one unit, and the upper two are the second unit.
Does it include the terrace?
Yeah, they include the terrace. So their upper unit have a rooftop terrace. Whereas you can do barbecue, you can do gardening. Okay, you just can't play soccer over there. Basically, you can do any outdoor activities except for playing soccer, right? And then the lower floor, you can have patio.
Okay, so you still get outdoor space even if it's a low unit.
Yes, you still get outdoor space given that is low unit.
Okay.
Okay. So going back to your questions in regards of listen, I think that tell you a little bit about Stat Town. Am I right?
That's fair.
Okay, so going back is that obviously is a great location here. Okay, because like right, actually I have to sharing my screen right now. Sorry about the headache. Okay, so going back, you're talking about One Place Garden, which is going to be a Remington Center in the future. And then you have the GO train station. And then in the near future, the GO train station will have a bridge, sky bridge, connecting all the way to the GO train station. Okay.
Do you mind if you like zoom in on that just real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Or just expand the slide.
I already try. Okay, give 1 second, Ben.
Yep, that should be good.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. And then you have Pacific Mall. You have a couple of mall there. Okay. Transportation is not going to be a problem. And especially, so right now we'll have 48 townhome that is available for sales. Okay. And then I think the builder is going to be releasing 10 units in the coming weeks. And then don't know if they're going to release another unit in the near future.
Okay. Out of curiosity, do you, for the bottom unit, the one that's half sunken down to the floor, how much do you think I can, or the audience would like to, or can rent, the average rent for that specific unit, for the bottom one?
I think the bottom one can rent at least $2,400.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
So this is the bottom one. Okay, let's just take a look at the floor plan for the bottom one. I think the rental income, I think it's going to be more than that. But then since I'm doing rental guarantee offers, I don't want to.
No, that's fair. Okay.
Promise too much, right? And for those of you who is watching my channel, rental guarantee means that if the tenant doesn't pay your rent, our brokerage will pay on their behalf. Okay. So the rental income is around $2,400. And let's take a look at the floor plan here. I know Ben is all about rental income and the money, but let's just be more human, I would say. So they go up the stairs and then they go down a bit to the living and dining room. Okay. And then when it comes to the living and dining room, is you have approximately 200 square feet for the living and dining. Okay, so per floor you have approximately 450 square feet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, and then all of that add together, it will be 900 square feet. So you have another 100 square feet on the patio side.
Okay, I see it.
Okay. So
and those are the 2 bedrooms on the second level, right?
Yes, those are the 2 bedrooms.
Okay, makes sense.
All right.
Sorry, just one more question. Parking?
Parking is included in the price. Okay, and I know again, like, what are you going to ask? The price. The price we don't know the exact price yet, but I have a discussion with the developer. It will be somewhere in there, starting from seven. I would say like 700. Okay, it won't be $800,000, but that's something in the late 700. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'm more interested in this question, and I think maybe the audience is too, if they're interested in buying incentives. So this is one thing where why I use you, Ringo, is because you have a lot of incentives, and hopefully you can have some incentives in this.
Come on, Ben, stop asking. So anyway, let me stop sharing for now. I will tell you the limited time incentive that we have.
Awesome.
So we'll have free assignment. Okay, we'll have. Uh, I, so what kind of incentives do you want, Ben?
The normal ones that you normally you provide your clients, not just me. So rental guarantee incentives, free assignment, and hopefully we can also get some price off for additional parking.
Uh, okay, okay. So here's the incentive that we have. Okay, for one place. Okay, we will have free assignment for you.
Awesome.
You have discount on parking. I know that you love parking, and I have no idea why you love parking so much. Okay, you may want to elaborate to me that why you love parking.
In Vancouver is normally because a lot of it is include parking. Anything above 1+1 would be parking included, and so I just got used to that. Hey, I don't know why I'm paying additional, but it's good. This project includes a parking, which is, if I'm honest, very rare for Toronto, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so we have a limited exclusive insider incentive, which worth over 45,000. Okay. First of all, we have 5 appliances, including stainless steel kitchen and washer and dryer. Okay.
Mhm.
And then the second is that we have 5,000 decor dollars toward the interior finishes. Okay, so you get $5,000 to upgrade whatever you want. For example, like I think a lot of people may want to upgrade it to pot light. Okay, if I'm wrong. Then we have second parking unit. Okay, second parking unit. Okay, first parking is included. Second parking is 45,000, which save you $10,000.
Okay, understood.
And again, this type of townhome is intended for family, so that's why they have enough parking for young family, because we all know that like we are getting used to having 2 cars per family, so it will do. So the locker unit will add a discounted price of $6,000. Okay, and then we have the extended deposit structure. Talk to my team about it, and we will let you know more. And also, we have the Inspire finishing package, which worth to $20,000.
Oh, interesting. Can you elaborate more on that finishing package?
Well, what happened is they will have a shelf, and then they will have. It's not like, so if you take a look at the rendering here. Okay. Give me 1 second, Ben.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, I will open it up for you. Okay, so if you look at the rendering here, so basically we are trying to get the best finishes that possible, including having the pink color that matches the floor. Okay, having granite countertop, and like it is meant to be. I won't say luxury, but it's meant to be semi-luxury. Okay, because given the neighborhood in the future. So what you see here is not really upgrade except for the furniture. We'll pick and choose the furniture for you. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I think it's definitely is a good buy, because you're talking about it's loading. I'm sorry, but because you're talking about the 20K upgrade, not upgrade, but then you have someone that is pick and choose for you instead of you pick and choose yourself, which I think is good.
No, I agree with you. It's actually good. The reason why is because I'm potentially maybe thinking, instead of buying a condo for that same price, because it's only, I calculated, it's roughly around 800 or less than $800 a square foot, which seems to be like, I know townhomes, you're not supposed to calculate it like that, but in my opinion, this seems like a very good buy for my money. My rent is higher. So far, if the incentives, I get the incentives, seems very attractive to me, at least over a condo, as in a 2-bedroom, comparing a 2-bedroom condo to this.
Yes, I do agree with you. Yeah. So do you have any questions for me other than that?
No, so far so good, Ringo.
Okay. So I will call this a day right now. Okay. And I hope that we can do it every single week. and we'll have Ben here, and Ben and I are going to talk about it every single week to talk about multiple project and a lot of things about real estate. Okay. Thank
Awesome.
you and have yourself a wonderful day. Okay, no problem. Hi, Iris. I see. Um, okay, no problem. I think we got a question. Ben, can you reiterate again?
About
Yeah, I think we got a question saying that which unit is better,
oh
rooftop or the patio unit. I personally, so the rooftop unit is approximately around like 100K more. Okay. If you are buying it for rental yield, okay, I think that the patio collections will have more uh, 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 will allow you to have more rental yield. But if you're buying
interesting.
it for capital appreciation, I do think that the rooftop have more capital appreciation than the patio because whenever I talk about it rooftop to my friends, they all say, "Oh, they're rooftop." It seems like there's something new to them, right? Rooftop. Yeah. I hopefully I answer your questions. So if we don't have any questions, I think we will call it a week this week, and hopefully we can provide you more information next week to talk about. And if you think that some of the topic you may want to hear, let me know, and I think I will be more than happy to address on it. Okay. So thank you and bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.